Welcome back to DarkScript, and the next video will be about the chipset. You might have heard this term before if or when you were asked to install the motherboard drivers after new Windows installation. But what is the chipset exactly, and why is it so important to the computer's performance? The chipset is a set of electronic parts on the motherboard that controls the data flow and the interaction between components that performance-wise require a higher priority and components that require lower priority. The chipset is one of the main factors in determining a system's performance. The term chipset often refers to a specific pair of chips on the motherboard. Those chips are also known as the North Bridge and the South Bridge. The North Bridge, or host bridge, connects to the PCIe slots, graphics controllers, the CPU and the RAM memory, and is responsible for the tasks that require the highest performance. Additionally, it is paired with a South Bridge in order to integrate the processor and the memory with the lower priority components on the board. As you can see on the right, the North Bridge connects to the higher priority components such as the processor, the memory, and the high-speed expansion slots, while the South Bridge connects to the slowest components connected to the board, or the ones that require lower priority, such as the BIOS, the USB controllers, and the storage. The South Bridge, on the other hand, connects to lower speed peripheral buses such as PCI, USB, ISA, IDE, ROM and BIOS, and other storage components. In many modern designs, the South Bridge contains some on-chip integrated peripherals such as the Ethernet controllers, USB, and audio devices. In systems with Intel chipsets, the South Bridge is named the I/O Controller Hub, or ICH, while AMD has named its South Bridge the Fusion Controller Hub, or FCH. The South Bridge connects to the North Bridge in order to link the CPU and the memory to the peripheral devices, or the I/O units to the CPU for data access, and implements the slower capabilities of the motherboard. To summarize everything, the chipset manages the data flow between the processor, the memory, and the peripherals. It is the backbone of the motherboard, and the quality and capabilities of the chipset define the quality and capabilities of the whole board.